Hey guys, I'm JP.
And I'm Grace. Welcome to our channel. So we're going to go over a little bit of our meal prep for today. We are kind of going through a new meal prep. We are transitioning to a life as a family of 3 instead of a family of 2. You're going to hear them in the background. So I am currently breastfeeding and trying to keep up my milk supply. So it's a little different than what I've been doing. So I'm trying that out. And his goals are...
So currently I'm an amateur strongman. I do competitions each year. Right now, while Grace is pregnant, me and her agreed while I was going to nationals last year. We found out 2 days before we were going to nationals. It was a great time. So while we were on the way down there, I told her no matter how I did in nationals, how anything turned out, we're taking the year off from strongman and competing and everything like that, and switching life towards getting ready for little JJ now and making sure that he's taken care of, making sure that our life is taken care of in order. So that was our whole goal in this process. I've lost 30 pounds so far, trying to make sure that I get down to a good healthy weight to where I can confidently build my strength back up. In doing so, we've been eating the same thing every single week, every single day, and it's gotten to the point where it's just repetitive, starting to get sick of the same foods over and over again. So here's our meal prep, try to switch it up a little bit and get something new in our life.
So also, because we are busy, we both work full-time jobs and we are raising a kid on top of that. We also have 2 dogs, so there's a lot going on in our house. You're gonna see my meal preps are a little different than normal people's. So I'm gonna make his lunches, my lunches, and then we're just gonna have a bunch of different dinners. So what we make is about 3 different huge meals. And then from that, we will have all of our different meal prep. So a lot of food right here, and I'll pan over our food in a little bit, but there's ground chicken, zucchini, and marinara with cheese. So this is gonna be Zucchini Boots. Sheet pan fajitas is like my new favorite thing to make because it's super easy, super fun. So he's gonna have the jasmine rice because that's easier on his digestion. I'm gonna do a 7th grain because the other week I had some of the 7th grain with quinoa and it seems to keep me fuller longer. So we're gonna try that this week. And at the end of the week, we'll go over how we're feeling and what's going on, and then we're gonna show you how we change up our meal prep to make it work. We live by Sam's Club, so Sam's Club salsa, black beans, corn, and then of course peppers and onions, and then we're also just gonna grill chicken, and then I really like these bag salads.
All right guys, so for our first dish, just a little bit of grilled chicken. While you're cutting this up, what I like to do is I'll sit there and cut this fat off. You're gonna lose a little bit of meat with it. Goes a little bit faster with scissors, but we don't have the best quality scissors in here. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and cut these little slices off. Go ahead and cut down the middle. It tends to work a little bit better on the grill like that for me. Just saves a little bit of time on Sundays. Good fun stuff. While I'm doing this, we're going to go over and videotape what Grace is doing to go ahead and prep her dinners for the Zucchini Boots. So.
All right, so now we're gonna make my famous Zucchini Boots. First, you're gonna clean your zucchini. I've already cleaned the other ones, just showing you what I'm doing. This is from Dollar Tree. It's just a clean brush because you're gonna be eating the edges, so you want them to be nice and clean. Clean that up. Take it over here. You're going to take it, cut off both ends. You should just use a bowl to put everything in so it's all in one space. You're gonna set it up and you're gonna cut all the way down the middle. So, JP does it different than I do, but this is how I do it. Then I take it like this and cut out the middle to cut out the yucky, seedy part. And then we will repeat that with every zucchini.
All right guys, while Grace is doing those, cutting those zucchinis up, I'm gonna go ahead. I've had this prep this chicken. It's just ground chicken. Just prep the pan, heat up the pan, and go ahead and pour 4 pounds of this ground chicken in there. So got the grill heated up. Gonna go ahead and put all this chicken on the grill. Pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna put seasoning on one side since we're gonna go ahead and be mixing it with salads and everything.
So grab your Italian seasoning. Ours is kind of screwy, so I just take off the top. This is all to taste. I used to use what it's supposed to be, but guess what? You just go with what you need. A little bit of parsley, a lot of Italian seasoning, and then I usually go back to that same thing JP was using on the chicken, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And then we just go to Aldi. It's the best place to go. It's organic marinara pasta sauce. It's the best one. There's only 50 calories per serving, and there's 6 in there. So
it's pretty low calorie stuff, guys.
So we throw that in, pour that in, and usually once I do that, I put some water in this and put a little bit of water in it and mix that up. All right, so you're gonna let that cook for a little bit and let it go. Right here, you're gonna put avocado oil. My oven is going up to 425. When you are using sprays, you need to be focused on your smoke point. Avocado oil has a really high smoke point, so it's gonna tell you that high heat, 500 degrees smoke point. Olive oil does not have as high of a smoke point, so you just wanna be aware of that. Now you're gonna lay your zucchinis in as best you can. All right, so all my zucchini boots are full. I'm gonna take this Italian style cheese that, again, Aldi. We like the Italian style because it has all the different flavors, and then you don't have to worry about shredding different types of cheese. You're gonna put it in the oven, 425 for about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on your oven.
All right, guys, so I got cutting up the chicken and putting go ahead and putting it in this container right now. I'm measuring it all up to about 8 ounces of chicken. I've got the salad split up into these different containers right here, as you can see. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and keep on doing. We do have the zucchini boots. We have the zucchini boots in the oven still.
All right, so you can tell that we only made 4 lunches for each of us. So JP's lunches are mine. Here's my lunches. I've got kale salad for 2 days, Asian salad for 2 days. I get really bored with the same thing every day. He does not. He can handle the same thing every single day. I can't do that. We've got a little extra person in here because he is not loving being in his own space. And then he did the Southwest salad for each day. So he's got 8 ounces of chicken on top of his. We just split it between 2. And then I did 5 ounces for me because I've still been a little hungry lately. As you can see, these are finished. So these I'll probably leave in the actual container because these are something we eat for dinner. All right, y'all, so we're making our shrimp fajitas. He took the raw shrimp and just ran some water over them. We also had them out for the whole time, so most of them were de-thawed, I believe, correct?
Yep.
So then we chopped up our peppers. He's slicing them as small as you want. We like them a little bit bigger because we like the actual taste of peppers, but if you don't like the taste, then make them smaller. And then we're gonna throw all that into here, and then he's gonna slice an onion. I hate slicing onions, so usually JP does that, thank goodness. Shrimp fajitas. Now, this is a sheet pan meal because sheet pan meals are easy, they are quick, and they taste amazing. So, and you have good cleanup. So, you're gonna coat you have your shrimp in here, and all your peppers and your onions. You're gonna coat all that in avocado oil. Again, 450. We're gonna cook it at 450 in the oven. So, take your tongs, mix it all up. For JP, we're making the Uncle Ben's Ready Jasmine Rice. So I have 2 packets of this in there. I'm gonna hit that for 2.5 minutes. And then mine, I'm gonna use the 7 Green Organic Grain Blend. So we're gonna add to this, I'm gonna add corn and black beans just to give it a little bit more flavor. Clean all that off, and we'll throw this in the microwave too real quick, just to cook it just a little bit. All right, so last but not least is our shrimp pan fajitas. So you saw me put all that stuff on the pan, put it in. I ended up cooking this for a little longer than I usually do. I did about 16 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is, again, using my scale, $10 on Amazon, turning it on, put your container on, make sure it's down and you're not calculating for the container, okay? All right, so let's do JP's first. I'm doing about half of this. Half of this is about 250 in calories, I think. A little bit more than that, but that's all right. So I'm gonna put that all on one side and burn the crap out of my hand, if you're wondering. That's all on one side. And then I have my corn and my black beans. You know, usually I measure this a little better, but today I'm not as much, so that's right. So put all this in here. Let's do 2 ounces of this. There we go. And then, of course, you have your salsa and your cheese. You can add to taste. But this, I'm going to add in my shrimp. So usually I'm gonna, like, you know, you want to calculate separate, but for him I'm gonna do about 8-10 ounces of shrimp, because you're also calculating for the veggies that you have on here. So throw those in. That's the cool part of this meal, is that he gets to eat a lot of food, and it's still low calorie. So that's how I get him into doing that. That's done. So then I'm gonna add a little bit of salsa to his and a little bit of cheese. But I won't let him do that because sometimes he's a little feisty about adding an extra certain amount of salsa. Then mine, I'm gonna do a little bit different. As I'm working, I'm doing an organic blend. This does better for me and keeps me fuller. It's got 7 different grains. So I'm gonna put all that on my side. Ooh, hello. Super green. Mix that up. There we go. It's about 4 ounces, so that's about half the container. Then do the same thing and do about 2 ounces of the black beans and the corn. Wait till it does its thing. Might end up doing a little bit more of that, but we'll get there. And I'm gonna do about 5 ounces of protein for me again. We're not going to add a lot of cheese. Salsa is really low calorie, so we'll probably add a decent amount of that. And then JP will probably take a sour cream to work. All right, y'all, so we finished up. Everything is done. Woo-hoo. So for dinner, we're having part of our shrimp fajitas. Here's mine. And here's JP's. Just something quick and easy because we already made it all, so that's the nice part. And we're going to show you the refrigerator. So as you can see, we don't do any kind of dairy of milk. So up at the top, if he makes a shake or if I make my smoothies, we're going to use that stuff on the top. Sugar-free coffee creamer for my coffee in the mornings, eggs, and then all of our meals are in the fridge ready to go. And there's my watermelon for my snacks. So our meals are done. Everything is finished. And now we are ready to start our week. I hope it's a good one, and we can't wait to tell you how it goes. Thanks, y'all. On my body, and no clue what you're saying.
It's low calorie.
It's that's where I was going with it.
Okay. You say easy protein, like it's easy. Like I just got that bitch in bed. Like
All right.
You gonna talk?
Yeah, I am.